Here are 5 things you didn't know about football's deadliest disasters. First, the 1989 Hillsborough disaster, where 96 Liverpool fans were crushed to death in overcrowded stands. Police incompetence caused the tragedy, but authorities blamed the victims for 27 years. Families fought for decades to clear their loved ones' names. Second, the 1985 Heysel Stadium collapse killed 39 Juventus supporters. Liverpool hooligans charged across terraces, causing an ancient wall to crumble. The disaster banned English clubs from Europe for 5 years. Third, Moscow's 1982 Luzhniki Stadium crush killed 66 fans in a stairway stampede. Soviet authorities covered it up for years, claiming only 1 person died. Fourth, the 1971 Ibrox disaster saw 66 Rangers fans crushed when stadium stairs collapsed during the Old Firm derby. But the most disturbing was Lima's 1964 riot. Police fired tear gas into packed stands, causing a mass stampede. Over 300 fans died trying to escape through locked exits. These tragedies revolutionized stadium safety worldwide. Did you know a striker from a country playing its first World Cup shocked the world by outscoring legends like Ronaldo and Batistuta? Croatia's Davor Šuker won the 1998 Golden Boot with 6 goals, beating global superstars who were tournament favorites. This was Croatia's debut as an independent nation, and Šuker was relatively unknown compared to Brazil's Ronaldo or Argentina's Batistuta. But his numbers were incredible. An 85% finishing accuracy rate that left defenders helpless. He scored in every single knockout round, finding the net when it mattered most. His goals weren't lucky either. Precise placement into corners, shots clocked at over 100 kilometers per hour. Goalkeepers barely moved as his strikes flew past them with surgical precision. While Ronaldo struggled with mysterious pre-final issues, Šuker's perfect timing made him unstoppable. His positioning was flawless, always appearing exactly where defenders least expected. That Golden Boot remains Croatia's only individual World Cup honor to this day. Šuker essentially created the blueprint for modern clinical finishing that strikers still follow today. Did you know a striker from a country playing its first World Cup shocked the world by outscoring legends like Ronaldo and Batistuta? Croatia's Davor Šuker won the 1998 Golden Boot with 6 goals, beating global superstars who were tournament favorites. This was Croatia's debut as an independent nation, and Šuker was relatively unknown compared to Brazil's Ronaldo or Argentina's Batistuta. But his numbers were incredible. An 85% finishing accuracy rate that left defenders helpless. He scored in every single knockout round, finding the net when it mattered most. His goals weren't lucky either. Precise placement into corners, shots clocked at over 100 kilometers per hour. Goalkeepers barely moved as his strikes flew past them with surgical precision. While Ronaldo struggled with mysterious pre-final issues, Šuker's perfect timing made him unstoppable. His positioning was flawless, always appearing exactly where defenders least expected. That Golden Boot remains Croatia's only individual World Cup honor to this day. Šuker essentially created the blueprint for modern clinical finishing that strikers still follow today. Did you know Chelsea's star striker almost died from malaria and nobody realized it for weeks? In 2007, Didier Drogba collapsed during Champions League training at Stamford Bridge. Team doctors dismissed it as exhaustion, but something far deadlier was attacking his body. He had contracted severe malaria during international duty with Ivory Coast. For weeks, the disease ravaged his system while doctors completely missed the diagnosis. He lost over 10 kilograms and felt his organs shutting down, but kept playing crucial matches. The malaria parasites were destroying his red blood cells and attacking his liver. During games, he could barely run, but refused to tell anyone how sick he really was. Finally, emergency blood tests revealed the horrifying truth. Doctors told him he was hours away from organ failure and potential death. The treatment saved his life just in time. This near-death experience transformed him completely. He returned stronger than ever, becoming the legend who delivered Chelsea's first Champions League trophy. Sometimes the greatest victories come after surviving the darkest moments. Here are 5 things you didn't know about the biggest corruption scandals that destroyed European football forever. First, the 2009 Champions League semi-final referee took €3 million to help Barcelona beat Chelsea. Banking records revealed exact payments for denying 4 clear penalties to Chelsea. That controversial match sent Barcelona to the final instead of the rightful winners. Second, Real Madrid's secret referee payment system was exposed in a 2018 tax investigation. They had been bribing officials for over a decade to secure league titles. Third, one Italian referee fixed Juventus matches for 15 straight years during the Calciopoli scandal. He admitted taking cash payments before every major game. Fourth, a German referee confessed to accepting bribes from Bayern Munich for both domestic and European matches. He revealed exactly which calls he made to favor Bayern in crucial moments. Fifth, the most shocking revelation came recently when UEFA discovered the entire referee crew for the 2005 Liverpool vs AC Milan final coordinated specific calls through encrypted communications. European football's integrity died that day. What if goal line technology existed during England's famous 1966 World Cup final at Wembley? Geoff Hurst's legendary shot bounces down from the crossbar in the 101st minute. The referee looks to his watch. No goal signal. The crowd falls silent. West Germany wins their first World Cup instead of England. Without this victory, English football never gets its massive confidence boost. No golden generation emerges in the following decades. Meanwhile, West Germany's earlier success completely changes their football philosophy. They become even more dominant, reshaping European football hierarchy. The 1970 World Cup plays out entirely differently with new champions crowned. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. England's crushing defeat forces them to evolve tactically decades earlier. Instead of living off past glory, they're forced to innovate and adapt. This accelerated evolution makes them far more successful in later tournaments. Sometimes losing the biggest game can be the key to winning everything else. Did you know a footballer literally died on the pitch and came back to play professionally just months later? Christian Eriksen was Denmark's biggest star, playing against Finland at Euro 2020 in front of 15,000 fans. Then in the 42nd minute, he suddenly collapsed. No contact, no warning. His heart just stopped beating. For 13 minutes, medics performed CPR while his teammates formed a protective circle around his lifeless body. His wife watched in horror from the stands as defibrillator shocks tried to restart his heart. Players were crying, thinking they were watching their friend die on live television. Then suddenly, his heartbeat returned. He was back. Against all odds, Denmark decided to continue the tournament that same day. But the real miracle came months later when Eriksen returned to professional football. He now plays with an internal defibrillator, defying every medical expectation. His collapse changed everything, leading to new cardiac screening across European football. Sometimes the most shocking moments create the most inspiring comebacks. Did you know one unknown Russian striker scored 6 goals in a single World Cup match and then vanished from football forever? Oleg Salenko was a nobody when Russia faced Cameroon at USA 1994. His team was already eliminated, playing a meaningless final group match. Cameroon arrived with a defense devastated by suspensions and injuries. What happened next was pure magic. Salenko scored his first goal in the 47th minute, then another. By full time, he had netted 6 goals in one match. That's more than legends like Pelé scored in entire World Cups. His precise finishing and perfect positioning turned him into the tournament's top scorer overnight. Russia still lost the match 5-6, but Salenko had made history. The record still stands today, 30 years later. Here's the twist. He never played for Russia again after that tournament. One incredible afternoon made him immortal in World Cup history, while his career faded into complete obscurity. Pure football magic captured in 90 minutes. Did you know that the most obvious boxing robbery in Olympic history happened in front of millions of viewers? At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, American boxer Roy Jones Jr. stepped into the ring against Korean fighter Park Si-hun. What followed was complete domination. Jones landed 86 punches compared to Park's 32, winning every single round. The crowd watched in amazement as Jones danced around his opponent, landing combinations at will. When the final bell rang, even Park looked embarrassed, raising Jones's hand thinking he had lost. But then the judges' scorecards were announced. Park Si-hun had won the gold medal. The arena erupted in boos. Commentators sat in stunned silence. Years later, the truth emerged. 3 judges had been convicted of taking bribes from Korean boxing officials. Each judge received thousands of dollars to fix the fight. The scandal destroyed Olympic boxing's credibility forever. New scoring systems and transparent judging were implemented, but the damage was done. Sometimes corruption happens right in front of everyone. Did you know one bicycle kick changed the fate of 2 football legends forever? May 26, 2018. Kiev's Olympic Stadium. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, the tournament's top scorer, had just been carried off injured after Sergio Ramos's controversial tackle. The Reds' dreams were crumbling without their Egyptian king. Gareth Bale had been benched, desperate to prove his worth to Real Madrid after years of criticism. Then came the 64th minute. Marcelo's cross floated into the box. Bale launched himself backwards, his body horizontal 3 feet off the ground. His right boot connected with surgical precision. The ball rocketed toward goal at over 60 miles per hour. Sports scientists later called it biomechanically perfect. Loris Karius dove desperately, but the trajectory was impossible to stop. On the sidelines, Salah watched helplessly as his season died with that strike. Liverpool's hearts were broken. Real Madrid had their 13th European Cup. That single moment secured Bale's legacy while haunting Salah for years to come. Sometimes football's greatest stories are written in just 3 seconds. Here are 5 things you didn't know about the biggest cheating scandals in penalty shootout history. First, Bruce Grobbelaar's legendary 1984 European Cup final save wasn't just skill, it was technology. UEFA discovered years later through frame-by-frame video analysis that he used concealed spring mechanisms in his gloves. Second, Jerzy Dudek moved 6 yards off his line for every penalty in the 2005 Champions League final. The referees saw it happen but completely ignored the violations. Third, Spanish investigators found that Iker Casillas received penalty directions through a hidden earpiece during the 2008 European Championship. Fourth, Petr Cech coated his gloves with illegal sticky substances during Chelsea's biggest penalty shootout victories. But the most outrageous scandal was Gianluigi Buffon in the 2006 World Cup final. Italian officials secretly placed mirrors behind the goal to blind French penalty takers. These discoveries completely changed how FIFA monitors penalty shootouts today. What if Steven Gerrard never slipped during that crucial match against Chelsea in 2014? Liverpool's captain was having the season of his life, leading his team toward their first Premier League title in 24 years. But on April 27, 2014, disaster struck. One slip, one moment of lost balance, and Chelsea scored. Liverpool's title dreams crumbled in that instant. But imagine if his boots had gripped the turf perfectly. Liverpool would have beaten Chelsea that day, then held their nerve against Crystal Palace. Manchester City's late surge wouldn't have mattered. The drought would have ended. Gerrard retires as a Premier League champion, his legacy complete. Luis Suarez stays at Anfield, no longer desperate to leave for Barcelona. Raheem Sterling never pushes for a move to City. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Success keeps Brendan Rodgers in the job permanently. Jurgen Klopp never arrives at Liverpool. One slip prevented a title, but it also delivered the manager who would win them everything. Did you know Rafael Nadal won the 2022 French Open while playing on a completely dead foot? His left foot had zero feeling due to Müller-Weiss syndrome, a rare condition that literally destroys bones from the inside. Before every single match, team doctors injected powerful anesthetics directly into his foot nerves. The shots were so strong that pain signals were completely blocked for hours. He couldn't feel his foot touching the clay court during rallies. Think about that. One of tennis's greatest champions was sprinting, sliding, and pivoting on an appendage he couldn't even sense. The bone structure was so damaged that each explosive movement could have caused it to shatter completely. Since he had no physical feedback, Nadal had to memorize every single footwork pattern. His muscle memory became his only guide through 5-set battles. Doctors warned him that continuing to play could lead to permanent disability. The ultimate consequence? Possible foot amputation. Yet he still lifted that trophy, playing tennis at the highest level on what was essentially a dead limb. Pure willpower made the impossible happen.